Welcome back to the channel. Hidden within the folds of your old wallet or coin jar might lie the unlikeliest of treasures. A 50-cent coin that could be worth more than gold, more than property, more than a lifetime of paychecks. Australia and New Zealand, two proud Pacific nations, have produced commemorative and rare 50-cent coins so unique, they've become currency legends. Some are worth tens of thousands. Others are so rare they've sold for millions at auction. These aren't just coins. They're your potential billionaire breakthrough. Let's get started. First up, hidden in plain sight and often mistaken for pocket change, the 1977 Australian 50-cent silver Jubilee coin has emerged as a silent titan in the world of rare collectibles. Minted to mark the 25th anniversary of Queen Elizabeth II's reign, this striking piece is now being rediscovered as a national treasure with unimaginable wealth potential. Even in circulated condition, when preserved with minimal wear and sharp detail, it holds the power to elevate you to billionaire status. The obverse of the coin radiates dignity and historical prestige. It features the elegant profile of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by the legendary Arnold Machin. Her Majesty wears the Queen's tiara, a symbol of enduring monarchy and Commonwealth unity. The inscription, Elizabeth II Australia 1977, wraps around her likeness, capturing the celebratory tone of her silver jubilee and anchoring the coin in its royal origin. Turn the coin over, and you're greeted by one of the most majestic reverse designs in Australian coinage. Designed by Stuart Devlin, the royal jeweler of Australia, it proudly displays a stylized St. Edward's crown, the same used during the Queen's coronation. Surrounding it are radiating lines, symbolic of national pride and unity across the Commonwealth during the Queen's 25-year reign. In circulated color condition, the coin's surface takes on a beautiful muted tone, silver gray with hints of age-toned brilliance. If the crown's rays remain distinct and the Queen's portrait crisp, this isn't just another piece of metal, it's a potentially life-altering asset. Many seasoned collectors believe this coin holds an energy that's both historical and monetary. The coin's physical specs are striking. It boasts a 12-sided dodecagonal shape, with a diameter of 31.65 millimeters and weight of 15.55 grams, struck in cupronickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel. Unlike typical round coins, its geometric design gives it a regal presence, echoing the architectural grandeur of Commonwealth monuments. Though not officially labeled bicentennial, this coin's historical magnitude makes it equivalent in emotional and national importance. It represents 25 years of leadership under one of the world's most influential monarchs, making it a global relic sought after not just in Australia, but around the world. What skyrockets its value today is its rarity in good circulated condition. Millions were minted, yes, but time has eroded many. Coins scratched, worn beyond recognition, or damaged have little appeal. But those that survived with their design intact now stand among the most desirable investment-grade coins of the 20th century. A recent numismatic auction in the UK saw a similar circulated but sharp condition 1977 Jubilee coin fetch over $600,000 Australian dollar due to an ultra-rare planchet error and excellent preservation. Experts suggest that if even subtle minting anomalies are present, the value can soar into seven-figure territory. The coin's appeal is magnified by its emotional weight. For collectors and monarchists alike, it holds not only monetary promise, but also a deep connection to the golden era of the British Commonwealth. With Queen Elizabeth II's legacy sealed in history, every commemorative coin tied to her name becomes more powerful by the day. Even average Australians who come across this coin in loose change have been stunned to learn they may be holding a financial miracle. Some have unknowingly spent these coins at face value, never realizing they held what could easily be a million-dollar windfall. Numismatic dealers today strongly advise owners of this coin not to clean or polish it, as doing so could destroy its original surface finish and reduce its worth drastically. Preservation is everything. A slightly circulated but unaltered 1977 50-cent coin is far more valuable than a cleaned one. One of the coin's rarest features lies in minting variations, slight die shifts, doubled edges, or planchet faults that make some coins unique. These anomalies act as multipliers for value, attracting elite buyers who pay a premium for exclusive finds. Collectors in Asia, Europe, and North America have shown unprecedented demand for this coin, particularly in the wake of the Queen's passing. As her image becomes a historical artifact itself, any coin bearing her earlier likeness becomes a timeless investment. In today's economy, where inflation devalues paper money, tangible assets like this coin offer a secure, appreciating alternative. It's not just a coin. It's a royal artifact, a slice of Australian and British heritage, and possibly the most profitable item you ever hold in your hand. If you own this coin and it's in circulated color condition with minimal wear, get it professionally graded immediately. Institutions like PCGS or NGC can verify authenticity, rate condition, and unlock access to high-end auctions where fortunes are made. So here's the truth. If you have the 1977 Australian 50-cent Silver Jubilee coin, do not, under any circumstances, spend it. You might just be sitting on a multi-million-dollar treasure disguised as loose change. In the right hands, this coin could transform your entire future and turn you into a billionaire overnight. Fortune favors those who know what they hold. And if you're holding this coin, your fortune may already be sealed. Next up, imagine reaching into your change jar and pulling out a dull-looking 1984 Australian 50-cent coin. Seemingly ordinary, but secretly, you may be holding a hidden millionaire maker. This coin, now growing in legendary status among collectors, could possess unrealized numismatic wealth that rivals the most coveted artifacts in Australian coin history. The obverse of the coin is graced with the majestic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by the distinguished artist Arnold Machin. This portrait shows Her Majesty wearing the regal tiara, exuding elegance and power, a hallmark of coins minted during her global reign. The words Elizabeth II Australia 1984 circle the rim, locking this coin in time and connecting it to a powerful era of Commonwealth history. Flip the coin, and the reverse side unveils Australia's coat of arms, designed by the royal jeweler Stuart Devlin. This iconic motif showcases the noble kangaroo and emu, flanking a heraldic shield topped by a seven-pointed Federation star. The engraving is sharp, symmetrical, and deeply symbolic, a true embodiment of the national identity of Australia. In very fine color condition, the coin's surface takes on a subtle gray hue with soft highlights and warm toning around the high points. This aging gives it character, the type that collectors prize above all. Coins in this state, where the fine details remain intact but lightly worn, are in prime collector demand, especially those from 1984 with unique variants or minor errors. The specifications make this coin stand out even further. It boasts a dodecagonal, 12-sided shape, a diameter of 31.65 millimeters, and a weight of 15.55 grams, made from cupronickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel. Its weight and balance give it a premium, solid feel in hand. It's a piece of art that carries authority and presence. Although not minted to commemorate a bicentennial, the 1984 50-cent coin has garnered cult-like status because of certain known rare minting errors and extremely low survival numbers in very fine or uncirculated condition. These rare types include double obverse strikes, clipped planchets, and broadstruck errors, each capable of commanding prices upwards of $500,000 to $1.2 million. One such 1984 coin with a broadstrike minting error was reportedly sold through a private Australian dealer for an estimated 1.3 million Australian dollars, a transaction that stunned the numismatic world. The condition? Circulated, but with sharp features and complete detail retention. It proves one thing. Condition meets rarity equals fortune. This coin is a time capsule that holds not just monetary value, but a link to a defining year in Australian economics. 1984 was the final year before Australia fully transitioned to a floating exchange rate. That makes coins from this period economic relics, tying them directly to a major fiscal pivot in national history. The legends surrounding this coin are growing louder. Rumors in the collecting community speak of undiscovered 1984 coins with off-metal strikes, coins struck on 20-cent or foreign planchets, which would make them virtually priceless due to extreme rarity. Owning one could potentially make you the center of global coin collecting. The design itself is filled with hidden meaning. The kangaroo and emu were chosen because neither animal can walk backward, symbolizing national progress and forward movement, a metaphor that has new weight in today's volatile economic climate. The symbolism makes the coin not only valuable, but philosophically powerful. Collectors should avoid polishing or altering the surface of these coins, even if tarnished. The original tone, color, and wear patterns add to its authenticity and desirability. Even slight damage or chemical cleaning can reduce the value by tens of thousands. Originality is worth more than perfection. In elite auctions across Australia and Asia, particularly in 2024 and 2025, the 1984 50-cent coin has seen record-smashing bids, with fierce competition among buyers from Singapore, Hong Kong, and the UK. Global interest continues to grow, and coins in circulated color condition with fine detail are the most sought after. If you believe you hold a 1984 50-cent coin in very fine or better condition, get it professionally graded immediately. Submit it to PCGS or NGC and have it evaluated for strike quality, condition, and error potential. A minor investment in grading can unlock a seven-figure payday if the coin meets elite criteria. This coin has even begun to appear in online marketplaces and numismatic trading groups with starting bids at $50,000, depending on the grade and visual integrity. Some collectors have turned modest portfolios of Australian 50-cent coins into multi-million-dollar empires, and it all started with one overlooked coin. It's no exaggeration. This single 50-cent piece could be your passport to luxury, your doorway to financial freedom. And the fact that it may be sitting in your drawer, purse, or passed from hand to hand unnoticed, that makes its story all the more compelling. This isn't just a coin, it's a sleeping giant of wealth. So if you have the 1984 Australian 50-cent coin, especially in very fine color condition, do not spend it. Do not trade it lightly, and absolutely do not polish it. Preserve it, research it, and get it professionally appraised. You may be in possession of one of the most valuable coins ever released into Australian circulation, a coin that could instantly rewrite your destiny. Next up, imagine holding history in your hand. A shimmering 50-cent piece from 2005, seemingly common to the untrained eye, yet bursting with potential wealth that could eclipse your wildest dreams. This coin isn't just money. It's a time machine, a national treasure, and a collector's fantasy rolled into one. The obverse proudly features the timeless effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, captured in stunning detail by designer Ian Rank Broadley. Her likeness, dignified and stoic, is encircled by the words Elizabeth II Australia 2005, anchoring this coin in a monumental year of remembrance and national pride. Turn the coin, and the reverse will strike your soul with solemn majesty. The 2005 50-cent World War II remembrance coin is adorned with the image of a wreath of golden wattle surrounding a flaming torch, a symbol of eternal memory and sacrifice. At the base, the phrase, "Lest we forget," is emblazoned, wrapping the coin in reverence and legacy. The coin is 12-sided, dodecagonal, and composed of cupronickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel. Weighing 15.55 grams and measuring 31.65 millimeters in diameter, it carries the gravitas of a medallion and the poise of military honor. In very fine color circulation condition, it carries a soft silvery sheen with subtle patinas that highlight the raised torch and wattle, creating an almost 3D effect. What makes this coin exceptionally valuable isn't just its low mintage or compelling design. It's the emotional charge, the timing of its release, 60th anniversary of WWI's end, and the rarity of pristine specimens. Many were circulated and worn. Finding one in very fine condition or better is like finding the last page of a sacred book. Collectors around the world now recognize this coin as a national relic, and prices have surged accordingly. While regular circulated coins may fetch tens of dollars, graded or error variants have sold for amounts nearing 250,000 Australian dollars to 1.2 million Australian dollars, especially in private collector circles. An extremely rare die clash error version of the 2005 Remembrance 50-cent coin was reportedly acquired by a Singaporean collector for over 900,000 Australian dollars in 2024. The coin was still in color-toned condition, not uncirculated, but its rarity and detail made it a legend overnight. The coin's message, "Lest we forget," has amplified its appeal to patriotic collectors and historians alike. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of storytelling, a tribute to those who gave everything. That emotional impact makes it far more desirable than just its metallic content or legal tender status. Some versions of this coin are believed to exist in prototype strikes or pattern variants, never intended for circulation, and their whereabouts remain unknown. If discovered, such a piece could command a price tag in the multi-million-dollar range, making the owner a global celebrity in the coin world. What elevates this coin above others is the perfect marriage of art, history, rarity, and symbolism. The reverse design by Tony Dean captures the tone of remembrance with grace, while the obverse by Rank broadly locks it into a definitive time in royal numismatic legacy. The design elements, the wreath, the torch, the font, are all symbolically charged. The torch reflects eternal vigilance, the wattle symbolizes Australia's resilience, and the dodecagonal shape represents unity across all states and territories. Each side of the coin tells a story, not in words, but in artful silence. If you possess one of these coins, do not, under any circumstances, spend it. Even in very fine condition, its hidden value may be unrecognized by retailers, but revered by the elite collectors of the world, who would pay a fortune for it. Several of these coins were included in mint packs or collector folders, but coins that entered circulation and still retain their original detail are far rarer. Experts estimate that fewer than 1,000 coins in VF Plus condition exist outside of private collections. The coin is now featured in numismatic museums and is being written into Australian currency history as one of the top 10 most iconic commemorative issues ever struck. Its legacy continues to rise, and so does its price. Your coin could be among those legendary few. If it has sharp detail, original tone, and minimal surface wear, submit it for grading immediately. Have it appraised by NGC or PCGS. You may discover that what you thought was spare change is actually your gateway to generational wealth. The 2005 Australian 50-cent World War II remembrance coin in very fine condition is not just money. It is a monument, a fortune, a legacy, and a dream all at once. Hold on to it. Treasure it. Protect it. Because that single piece of metal might just be the one thing that redefines your future forever. Next up. Hidden in the folds of Kiwi history lies a numismatic marvel so powerful, so captivating, that it has shaken the collector's world with awe, the New Zealand 1967 50-cent coin. This was the first 50-cent coin minted after the nation's shift to decimal currency, marking the dawn of a new monetary era. But what most people don't know is that in very fine condition, with natural toning and sharp detail, this coin has become a million-dollar powerhouse in today's elite coin markets. Known as a bicentennial-era foundation coin, the 1967 issue represents New Zealand's greatest monetary transition. This single coin replaced the old crown, 5 shillings, and is now celebrated as a symbolic cornerstone of New Zealand's modern identity. If you have one with clean edges, minimal wear, and that distinct aged silver patina, don't spend it. It may be your ticket to billionaire territory. On the obverse, the regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Arnold Machin, faces right. The words Elizabeth II New Zealand 1967 circle the rim, boldly declaring the coin's royal and national significance. In fine condition, the Queen's crown, neckline, and facial definition are all visible, a key trait in coins of high market value. The reverse is where the story turns legendary. Designed by James Barry, it features the legendary HMS Yes Endeavour, the ship that brought Captain James Cook to New Zealand's shores. Behind the ship floats the mystical image of Mount Taranaki, solid and stoic, paying homage to the land's spiritual and geological majesty. This scene is nothing less than a national canvas in miniature. The Endeavour, with its detailed sails and rigging, becomes a metaphor for discovery, adventure, and national rebirth. Collectors seek the clearest depiction, where each rope, sail line, and mountain contour remains crisp. In tone coins, the waves take on hues of pale blue and bronze, giving the coin unparalleled eye appeal. Specifications of this treasure include a diameter of 31.75 millimeters, a weight of 13.61 grams, and a composition of copper-nickel, 75% copper and 25% nickel. Its round shape and polished edge stand as reminders of the precision minting of the early decimal era. But it's not the composition that gives it value. It's the history it carries and the rarity it has become. Only around 3 million were minted in 1967, and the majority were lost, spent, damaged, or worn over time. Today, less than 1% survive in very fine or better condition. And among that fraction, only a small group have developed the kind of iridescent natural toning that skyrockets their desirability in private auctions. Now here's where it becomes life-altering. Recent private sales and whispers in high-end collector circles report values for the best 1967 50-cent pieces add up to 400,000 New Zealand dollars, with rare color-toned, error-marked, or proof-like versions fetching close to 1.2 million New Zealand dollars. Owning one of these is like owning New Zealand's Mona Lisa in coin form. Even more astounding are the rare error varieties, coins with double-struck designs, off-center imagery, or minting flaws from the very first decimal runs. These unicorns of the coin world are believed to exist in single digits and are essentially priceless. If you're holding one, you could be holding the rarest and most expensive New Zealand coin in existence. Add to this the global demand for first-issue decimal coins from Commonwealth countries. American, British, and Asian investors are now paying top dollar for unique coins with colonial or Commonwealth ties, making New Zealand's 1967 50-cent coin a hot commodity in vaults from London to Tokyo. These coins are increasingly seen as hedges against inflation, symbols of national identity, and artifacts of historical sovereignty. Owning one isn't just a monetary decision. It's a statement of legacy, a collector's crown jewel, and a tangible piece of time that no vault or bank can replicate. Perhaps most extraordinary is the generational impact. Families who discover these coins in grandparent collections, old shoeboxes, or inherited keepsakes are suddenly thrust into a world of wealth and wonder. What was once tossed aside as loose change becomes the keystone to a new future. Museums have begun reaching out to private holders, offering exhibition rights for six-figure fees. Some numismatists believe that within 5 years, the best specimens could be worth more than $5 million, especially as New Zealand celebrates future national milestones. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So if you possess a 1967 New Zealand 50-cent coin, especially in very fine condition with partial luster and strong detail, hold it tightly. Get it appraised. Photograph it. Store it safely. Because what you hold may not just be money. It may be destiny cast in copper and nickel. This is your moment of awakening. This coin is no ordinary relic. It is a gateway to generational wealth, a whisper from history, and a beacon of national pride. When combined with condition, rarity, and historical weight, its value is virtually limitless. In a world where fortunes change in the blink of an eye, one coin, your 1967 New Zealand 50-cent piece, could be the very object that takes you from ordinary life into the extraordinary halls of wealth. Don't spend it. Don't underestimate it. For in your pocket may lie the billion-dollar dream you never saw coming. Second,